My name is Matt Rich. I'm the senior pastor here at Unity Presbyterian Church, and I want to welcome you to a special edition of Life Together, as we are glad to share with you on behalf of the session some exciting news about the regathering here on campus. We are once again able to take some significant steps of relaxing our protocols as we move into the month of July. This is an exciting day. It's certainly exciting as we have been thinking and praying and working hard toward finding the opportunities that we might have to regather here on the church campus. I'm excited about the ways we've continued to do that over the last several months, and these are new steps that allow us to take even more progress in that direction. We're encouraged by the ways in which the number of COVID cases and hospitalizations in our community continue to fall. We recognize, though, that it is still a serious issue and concern, affecting even members of our own congregation. So we want to encourage you to be vaccinated. If you've not yet had a chance to be vaccinated, I encourage you to make opportunity to do that. That's the best way that we as a community can care for one another, that we can continue to keep the cases low, and that we can protect those who are vulnerable, particularly those like our children who've not yet had a chance to be vaccinated. So if you've not been vaccinated, now is the time. I want to encourage you to do that. But on to the regathering protocols. So the first thing you want to remember, just like you always have, if you're not feeling well, go ahead and watch us online. We'll be live streaming the 11 o'clock service. We'll continue to live stream that service from here in the sanctuary. And you can watch on any of the 3 platforms. And so I encourage you, if you're not feeling well for whatever reason, or if you're just visiting some friends in a different location or on vacation somewhere, worship with us online. If you'd like to join us for worship here in person, whether at the 8:45 service or at the 11 o'clock service, both of which will now be held in the sanctuary. Yes, 8:45, no longer live on the lawn, but will be held in the sanctuary. If you'd like to come in person, then there's nothing else to do before you come. We're going to take away registration. No need to register ahead. Just if you are feeling well and you'd like to come to worship, come and join us on Sunday morning at 8:45 and 11 for worship here in the sanctuary. You'll see when you arrive, we will ask you to sign in. We're going to have 3 tables available for the 3 doors. You'll see a sign-in sheet that looks something like this. As each family just needs to have one person sign in for all the members of their family. If you are a guest or a visitor with us and we don't have contact information for you, we do ask that you would provide a cell phone number or an email address. Not only will this help us to extend hospitality and welcome, that we can thank you for coming, it will provide opportunity in the rare case we'd have to do some kind of contact tracing for us to be able to be in touch with you. But if you're a member with us here at Unity, once again, no pre-registration required. Just come and join us on Sunday morning. Have one member of the family sign in on the sheet as you make your way in to the narthex. You'll also see in the narthex that a few weeks ago, you'll be able to pick up a bulletin. We started printing bulletins, and we'll do that for both the 8:45 and the 11 o'clock service. You'll be able to pick that up in the narthex as well. We've added the announcements to the bulletin page so that you'll be able to just pick up one piece of information, one piece of paper that'll have everything you need for both worship and for service ahead. And you'll see our friendly friends, our hand sanitizing machines are still here. So you want to get some hand sanitizer as you make your way in the door as well. You'll notice in the narthex, if you can see behind me, we've taken down the caution tape. We figure that you have been able to figure out how to make your way from the outside doors into the sanctuary. We're still going to try to maintain those sort of rows as folks make their way in, but we figure the caution tape's no longer necessary, so we will have that in our narthex as well. We're going to go into the sanctuary next and talk a little bit about what to expect in the service itself, but I know these already are great steps forward that we got a chance to share together. Okay, here we are in the sanctuary, and as you can see, we have marked off every other pew with a little bit of ribbon or streamer paper. This means that when you make your way into the sanctuary, you're going to be able to seat yourself We want you just to find the seat that perhaps is the closest to your old familiar seat, or perhaps you can continue to find a new place to sit. But the ushers will not be seating you. You'll just come into the sanctuary. You'll find a pew that is open, that is not sort of marked off. We are still marking off every other pew. So find an open pew and have a seat, just like you used to do for worship. It'll be a wonderful gift. We do ask that you try to maintain just a little space in between different family groups, but in terms of the ushers coming and seating you or the ushers dismissing you at the end of service, we're going to eliminate that and just invite everyone to seat themselves. So that'll be a wonderful gift as a part of our worship new protocols here as we regather together. Also, you'll recognize just another reminder about the requirements for masks. Those requirements have not changed based on our recent decisions that we've made. So if you have fully vaccinated, then masks are now optional here for all events, including worship at Unity Presbyterian Church. If you are not yet fully vaccinated or have not had opportunity to be vaccinated, then we do ask that you wear your mask. Again, that's in alignment with CDC guidelines. We have decided that we will allow those who are singing in the choir, as well as those of us on the chancel, pastors and others participating in worship, to follow those guidelines as well. So for choir members who are fully vaccinated, masks will no longer be required for singing in the choir. Also, for those of us in the chancel, we'll not be wearing our masks in the chancel as well. But for those who've not yet been fully vaccinated, we are going to ask that they continue to wear their masks. Also, in the service, you'll see that we will have an opportunity. We started this last Sunday to have one congregational hymn. Based on some of the research that we've done, that Margaret Monroe has found in terms of singing continues to hold a higher risk for the virus, especially for those who are unvaccinated. But if we sing and then fairly quickly leave our space, the amount of time that we spend in the place where the particles might have been spread is greatly reduced. So we will continue to sing one congregational hymn. It'll be the final hymn right before the benediction and our departure from the sanctuary. So that is certainly exciting as well. Throughout the time that we've been regathered, we've had the ushers, as I mentioned a minute ago. The ushers have not only brought you to a seat, they've also come and dismissed you from your seat. We're going to allow you to just be able to get up and leave at when you feel the Spirit leading you at the end of the service. So we won't have the ushers dismissing us by rows going forward. But do come outside and greet us as your pastors and others who are outside as well, that we might share that time of fellowship together. We will continue to not use the fellowship pads at this point. We will continue just to have the words for the hymns printed in the bulletin, so we won't be using our hymnals at this point. And we won't be passing offering plates yet either. So the offering plates will be available in the narthex following the service so that you can make your donations there. And speaking of that, one just related opportunity as we move into the month of July is Change for the Church. My understanding is that not only is that a special giving opportunity to provide our pocket change for Classroom Ready and for children in Syria, it's also an opportunity to take off our coats and ties, to take off our preaching robes as we come and worship in the month of July. So, casual dress in the month of July here at Unity Presbyterian Church. That is something that's not changing. So come and join us for worship in the month of July and in the months ahead. No registration required. Come and seat yourself. Just sign in as you arrive. We are excited to take these new steps of regathering as we continue to worship the Lord together. My friends, God's doing new things. We hear this word of good hope. So let us continue to worship and serve the Lord together. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.